What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review. Yes, the review is a day late because it's 420 weekend and we already know how I feel about 420. So, and plus I had to do the season finale of Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana in the park. You missed it if you weren't there. Yes, indeed. We had a great time. What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. Yes, we're going to get to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ruptures, and Redemption. Ruptures and redemption. Rum and redemption, I'm assuming, has to do with you getting drunk and feeling bad for yourself. And ruptures, we know we're talking about K. Michelle. So with the grand opening approaching, Kelly finds herself under fire as accusations surface from multiple directions. Drew makes her return to the silver screen and slips up about what's really been happening. With who? With Ralph? With your secret lesbian friend? What's going on? Who? You know I don't like Drew, so yes, I made a rhyme. Who? You know I don't like motherfucking Drew. Yes, like and subscribe. Keep it cute in the comments. Check out my channel sponsor, bougiestoner.co for all your elevated drink needs and much, much more. And yes, make sure and tell them I sent you. And then, of course, get a copy of my book, That One Voice Revised Edition. $15 for the autographed copy. The purchase information will be in the description. Go ahead and confess that I did see the first, I think, about 10 minutes of the show previously. And I did see that, they started with K. Michelle getting all glammed up at the hospital, I guess to leave and do something because she wants to be glammed up at the hospital and leave and go do something. I don't know. But then we move to Drew and her situation, talking to Angela about, whatever's going on with her. And, I don't like Drew, so I don't really care about Drew. You know what I mean? The fuck? Like, I don't like her. So then we have a scene where Portia, Cynthia, Phaedra, and K. Michelle rolls up out of the hospital. The same outfit she came out, roll out to go do her scene at the nail salon with them, where they talk about, the whole debacle with Kelly and how Kelly brought it back. And when Kelly brought it back, she brought it back with some sauce on it. And the sauce never existed while she was talking to Portia. And so the discussion about her hot pocket was on the table. And then here comes Cynthia talking about what's a hot pocket. Like, and everybody like, Cynthia, you know what a hot pocket is. You got a hot pocket. You sure you got a hot pocket? Cynthia was like, no. Now that I know what a hot pocket is, yeah, I got one. I most certainly got one. This is the part of the show where we find out Pinky is filing for bankruptcy based on going from one company to another company, and then, being a sole guarantor, as I believe was what she said. And then she started getting sued, and then next thing you know, she has to start over and file bankruptcy. Now, I can't tell you I know what bankruptcy is, but if it got something to do with starting over, I most certainly am an expert on that, because I damn sure start over on a regular fucking basis. I dust myself off and I get the fuck back up and figure it out, because hello, while there's life, there's breath, there's a chance. What? While there's life, there's breath, there's a motherfucking chance. K. Michelle is determined to be in every fucking scene, no matter how much pain she in, or the fact that she just came out the hospital. So she's in a scene with her, Pinky, and Cynthia, and they talking about how, they basically throwing shade at each other, because first they started with the conversation of K. Michelle's tweets, when she was tweeting at who's a bimbo, somebody needs to shut their face, fuck this person, that person, just talking extra shit, and everybody reading her tweets trying to figure out who she talking about, but she was just talking shit. And then because K. Michelle said, look here, I've been talking shit on Twitter for over 10 years, bitch, y'all just catching up. So you know what I mean, so then they started talking about Phaedra, and they talk about Phaedra, talking about, can Phaedra be trusted because she don't practice law and she still got that morgue over there, and they were talking about how Pinky's going to do this bankruptcy, and she don't know if she can trust people, but she's still talking about it because hello, she got to talk about something on the show, and yeah. The ladies is just sharing and throwing shade while having some little, watermelon juice with a spike of vodka. A spike of vodka. I'm going to be side-eyeing in the next scene here, because it's Drew in some kind of see-through dress with this man that got this pleather-looking shirt on. He black. That's supposed to be her boyfriend, not boyfriend. She on a date. She really not on a date. I don't give a fuck. I don't like Drew. And Drew over here really trying to convince us that she not fucking this man. We about to go see another piece of shit house that Angela done put money in, because she called herself a realtor, and she called herself buying and selling, and ain't made $1 yet. Foremost, Angela, the house is a piece of shit based on the fact that you didn't really tell Charles the full details. You ain't see he ain't seen the house, and it looked like you purchased it without seeing it your motherfucking self till after you purchased it. That's why your child even asked you such a motherfucking question. Now, it looked like you trying to prove something more than you call yourself finding closure. And either way, bitch, that house, I don't know, even for me, even though I'm a whole cheapo, it still looked like a piece of shit. So whatever the fuck you claim you selling it for, it looked like a piece of shit sitting on somebody's dirt road way back yonder, behind somebody's mountain. Like, nah, B. You losing out on that one too. I don't believe I mentioned this before, but Shamia, after having a conversation with her husband about this rum business, he ain't really feeling it, and he don't think the bottom line is worth it. She still wants to push through with it because she wants to have her own business and her own money, and I feel her on that motherfucking shit. Now, she had a meeting with the new lawyer and the people, and they started talking numbers, and certain numbers that they saying she ain't feeling, but she's like, she wants to figure out a way to work it out. Now, the only thing I found really stupid was that she wants the bottle to be the shape of her ass, and I'm just like, no, bitch, because she want to call the shit rum bum, and I'm just like, while that sound cute, at the same time, I'm just like, bitch, no, bitch, no, bitch, no. But it ain't my shit, so maybe it might work for her. Who knows? The next scene is Pinky and her husband on date night. Let's see what's gonna be so special about that. So Pinky and her husband on date night, and they discussing her finances, and he wants to help her, and she told him, I want to handle it on my own. I don't want to, excuse me, I don't want to worry you. I want to handle it on my own. And not for nothing, girl, I feel you. But it sound like if he asking you to reach out and touch his hand, I suggest you reach out and grab that shit. I I don't know. That's just me, my unpopular opinion. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. They end the episode with Portia and K. Michelle meeting up to discuss the whole miscarriage comment. Oh, I don't even think I talked about that. So yes, yes, I think I did talk about that. That she said she questioned to see if she had a miscarriage when they was all sitting there talking, explaining what happened to her, and she saying that she had a leak, and the leak had nothing to do with her having a miscarriage, but of course Portia blurted it out. She was mad at Portia, and she told Portia, yes, not only was I mad at you, but I was talking shit about you on Twitter. But my bad, I'm sorry. And then she came out and was like, yeah, and she Portia apologized to her, and while K. Michelle looked like she took the apology, K. Michelle didn't give 25 fucks about that motherfucking apology. She was like, yeah, that's bullshit. I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have said that. I'm mad at you. Now, they ended the episode on that note, but on the next episode, though, and like I said, that's what I'm saying. They, Portia and her hugged and everything, but yet you still mad about and claiming that you don't like what she said. But that is how the show goes, right? But on the next episode, we got motherfucking Pinky promoting some kind of opening of her store. The girls are there. They're about to argue. The girls are there. They're about to fucking argue. Fucking Pinky and wait, now I gotta do this again. Hold on. Pinky's doing some kind of pop-up shop where, say she's giving away gift bags and whatnot. The girls are there, and motherfucking Phaedra and Shamia they start arguing, so the girls are fighting, and then we have a next scene where it's motherfucking Portia's sister, and Dennis is looking real rough, real haggard, real old man, like just grizzly. Just I'm not feeling just the whole look. Just look mad grizzly and mad fuckery like. But that's for next episode. And they arguing about what? And because he came up to her and was talking to Portia, talking about she needs to date differently. Like, why the fuck do you care who she dating? You and her ain't fucking no more. Like, don't even worry about that. You know what I mean? And then, of course, then we have another scene where Pinky is telling her husband about the bankruptcy, and he is highly upset and about to be upset with her. You know what I mean? But that's what's coming up next in the next episode next week. Yes. We got through it. That's right. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And see me tomorrow for the Love and Hip Hops. See me tomorrow and Wednesday for the Love and Hip Hops, Atlanta and Miami. Because that's still going, huh? Yes, it is. Until it stops going. We keep going. So make sure and check out my channel sponsor. Get yourself an autographed copy of my book. Like and subscribe. And definitely tell a friend to subscribe. Because clearly I need other people to subscribe. Have a good night.
Shit, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.